Back at the high and low points in Nigerian sport in the year 2023. All right, let's talk about something that happened quite recently, an interesting one at that. Nigerian street pop artist Habib Badmus, also known as Portable, was declared winner of the celebrity boxing fight against Nollywood actor Charles Okocha that happened just a couple of days ago. The fight was sanctioned by Heritage Boxing Entertainment, held at the landmark beach in Victoria Island, Lagos State, and the fight lasted 40 minutes. Interesting. All right, organizer of this particular occasion, his name is Taya Jao. He's live on the program now. Glad to have you join the show this lovely Monday evening, the first day in the year 2024. Just before this fight, Portable had accused Charles Okocha of ripping him off of some money. He talked about a certain contract which they signed, and Charles Okocha did not pay him enough money. I mean, was that reason why this boxing bout was organized between both men, for them to settle their scores in the boxing ring?
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. And yes, whilst that might be the primary motivation to organize the boxing match, predominantly it was to bring a fresh sense of hope to the sport, as well as to provide a platform for Nigerians to know that there's a formal way to sort of settle any kind of disagreement in a very organized and formal fashion. That served as our primary motivation to sort of put the event together.
Okay, well, this fight between Portable and Charles Okocha was quite informal, and one I would term as a novelty fight between both superstars. Were their safety put in consideration? Because I saw pictures of that fight, and I saw them really landing punches on each other.
That is absolutely correct. So both fighters have been sort of contacted and informed of our intentions, and they've both been had at training. In fact, I believe Portable was on tour in the United Kingdom, and he had a trainer go with him just to make sure that he was ready. And he also had a trainer from a Nigerian trainer based in the US, sort of supporting him to have him ready for the fight. And if you keep tabs with what has been going on social media, you can also tell that Charles Okocha took the fight very seriously, and he was also formally training and posting video evidence to show that he was ready. In addition to that, we had medics in place. We had an official referee, and like you mentioned, the fight was sanctioned by a professional body.
Absolutely. And I mean, proud to this fight, it gathered a lot of momentum on social media, Instagram especially. And in the end, Charles Okocha said he was robbed. He said he was robbed. He said he won the fight, and he's considering a rematch. Well, will there be more celebrity boxing fights from the stables of Heritage Boxing Entertainment?
So Heritage Boxing Entertainment actually sanctioned the fight, but they're not the organizers of the fight at all. Our Live Nigeria Limited, which is a social enterprise, a profit for purpose company, organized the fight. HBE, Heritage Boxing Entertainment, just came along to be the professional body to sanction the fight. Having said that, yes, Charles is calling for a rematch, and we were definitely speaking to him to see what we can do in that regard. But ultimately it boils down to the actual winner of the fight to see if he's ready to defend his title in the near future. Having said that, in terms of future celebrity boxing, absolutely, we have intentions to continue to bring attention to Nigerian boxing. In fact, our Live organized the fight. Our primary motivation was to use the returns from the fight to perform free surgeries for Nigerians living with cataract. Our Live has done 101 free surgery in Plateau State in October 2023. We're doing this for noble cause, and we think that there's an opportunity to continue to do that, hence the reason why there'll be another fight. So we're looking forward to speaking to other people, contacting other celebrities with similar feud and saying, would you be open to jumping in the ring? not only would you be setting examples for young Nigerians who are aspiring to become boxers, but you'd be raising funds for a very, very significant and noble cause. And as such, we think it's an idea that should continue and one that we intend to guard jealously.
All right, and is Our Life looking at putting together professional boxing fights in Nigeria? And how well are you working with the Nigeria Boxing Federation on all of this?
Oh, certainly. So where myself live, I'm actually a retired footballer, but where I live, in Melbourne, Australia, we have the likes of Fatai Unikeke, Wale Omotosho, who came through the ranks of the Nigerian Boxing Federation and getting their professional opportunities through Northside Boxing, which happens to be a friend of ours. So the intention was to use the celebrity boxing not just to only raise funds, but to also place some professional fighters on the card. Since the fight is the first ever to be live streamed in Nigeria in that celebrity catchment space, we intend to take footages of those fights and use the live streaming to provide that to our friend Northside Boxing, who would perhaps identify talent and see what they can do in that regard for young and aspiring boxers. So just to summarize my response, definitely we intend to work with the Nigerian Boxing Federation. We've been actually making active steps to see if we can reach out to them to say we've got a grand idea that would put boxing back on the map, but ultimately provide a pathway for young athletes in Nigeria to progress their careers.
All right. Well, in the aftermath of this fight between Portable and Charles Okocha, some persons are calling for the very dark man, VDM, to get to fight someone else in the squared ropes, and putting that to you, Our Life, to make that happen. Thank you so much for joining the show. Taye Ajao, boxing promoter and organizer, Our Life Boxing Promotions. Thank you so much for joining the show from Australia today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. But before I go, I have one last thought. We understand that a lot of people are not interested in celebrity boxing. We think it's a really, really good thing that a lot of people think that they want to jump on the idea and run with it. All we ask for is that they don't oversaturate the space, to make sure that Nigerians don't lose interest in the event, and of course not to lose sight of the real reason why this was started in the first place, which was to raise funds to address preventable blindness in sub-Saharan Africa and to put Nigerian boxing on the limelight. If you want to do this, please make sure you're in it for the right reasons, and if you reach out to us, we're ever ready to work with you.
All right, so that's a warning signal for those who want to get involved in this. Take caution and do it right. Thank you so much, Taye Ajao, for your time on the show again. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And that will be the size of the program today, the very first edition of Sport Desk in the year 2024. Thank you for watching. It's been Sports Desk. Let's do this again same time tomorrow. Remember, I said we will begin our official countdown to the Africa Cup of Nations on the 3rd of January, Wednesday to be precise. I am Promise Foge. Bye-bye now.
TVC Sport Desk.
Experience information and entertainment like never before as TVC Breakfast takes your weekends to a whole new level. Introducing TVC Breakfast Weekend Edition, your ultimate source of thrilling sports updates, insightful political analysis, and captivating entertainment news. Stay in the know with what's trending. Catch up with the latest in sports and immerse yourself in the latest buzz from the world of music and movies. Your weekends are no longer just days off, but moments packed with knowledge, excitement, and enjoyment. TVC Breakfast Weekend Edition, only on TVC News.
Lagos is the most visited state in Africa as the 5th largest economy on the continent. Covering the state and its government is no mean feat, it's a busy beat. We go beyond the curtain of tapes to traveling far into the deep.
I want to thank the Lagos State government for the healthcare facility
to bring stories that cut across all spectrums.